Amazing Spider-Man issue 38. J. Jonah Jameson slowly blending into his movie counterpart, which is good for consistency. And anyone who has a problem with, they're making my comic books like the movies. 1.1 billion is what the box office made for that Spider-Man film. This barely sells a million. I think that 70,000 sales last month for an issue of Spider-Man, and at a $4 price tag. And when you think about how much money goes to the retailer, how much money goes to the creators, how much money goes back to Marvel, it's a no-brainer. So I'm always for the movies and the comic books becoming one or similar to each other and not being confusing. So he's gonna go into this new uh, news organization, like some online thing, where one of his former employees, who they did a good job for a new reader to explain in this opening page, just in that write up, was she was someone who got fired because she wasn't being a good, accurate person. What's her name? Her name is not Teresa. Nora Roberts. Nora Roberts is former employee, but she's out here looking for J. Jonah Jameson. That's cool. And Triple J is asking questions like, "Yo, these guys are interns. How do you get away with only giving them?" And he has a flashback to when Peter goes, "I got a picture of the Juggernaut. Okay, $50. Don't let the door hit you." Yeah. So that was kind of self-reflective of him to realize that. But he's also a little bit more has more integrity than these people, because he sees this. You won't believe the shocking proof that Captain America is still Hydra title. And he goes, "Is that even true? Do you guys have actual proof?" They're like, "Nah, it's all about clickbait nowadays, Mr. J. You got Mr. Jameson. It's all about clickbait, and people are actually going to click on here." And you see a funny picture of Bucky trying to defend him. It's like, yeah, that happens now. You get the evil villains up there who are going to say, "I can't believe it. Yeah, I knew I was right the whole time." And then you got the stands over here who want to defend him. It's such a reflection of what's going on in real life. This is BuzzFeed, and this is things like Captain Marvel's film. There are a bunch of Brie Larson. I love her. Oh my god, she can do no wrong. And then there's a bunch of pigs who are saying, "How dare she advocate for equality? It should be up to the best person," which is always going to be a man. Like, you're not fooling anybody when you say shit like that. And then he made three more clickbait titles. People are earning millions selling their souls to Mephisto. Here's how. Going to Krakoa is easy with this one simple trick. You know that's not true. You know you can't just go to Krakoa in the comics. And then there's one that says, "Is your boyfriend a Skrull? He is if he does these 6 things." That is the same shit I get on my Snapchat when I swipe right, right under your stories. These 6 things, how do you know your boyfriend is actually cheating on you? That's so accurate, and that's cool. So then this gets interrupted because apparently Spider-Man just robbed a bank. And next page, Spider-Man robs a bank. What's his purpose? Why could he be doing this? We'll find out later that it's because of S.H.I.E.L.D. And S.H.I.E.L.D. is some secret organization right now that no one knows everything about. He can't believe it, and he's been spending a whole long time saying that Spider-Man's a menace. But right now, he's like, Spider-Man was never do that. He comes out, he wants to save Spider-Man's reputation, and he's going to do some on-the-ground reporting. We'll come back to that. Little moment with Sable. I don't care. Then let's go to the casino now. Everything in this casino was wicked. I don't know why Mr. Sinister was sitting up in there, in that seat there. Sinister needs to be with the X-Men right now and not mentioned in other comic books. I don't know why he would want money, and I don't think this will be referenced in Hickman. I think that's an L on this comic for including Mr. Sinister. Let's be consistent with the rest of continuity right now. But then there comes the sports book, the betting you could do. Because apparently when superheroes fight, there's these guys, this agency, which can launch drones up on and again, just like the movie, they can launch drones on the scene to make things a little bit more difficult. And you could actually place bets on who will win. Now, he goes, I'm going to vote that Spider-Man wins because he always does, right? Okay, fine, but you can also vote the amount of time that it's going to take for him to, what's the over and what's the under? What's the under on how many of these drones survive? What's the under on collateral damage? And he's like, okay, I'll take the under on every single one of those bets. It's amazing. Spider-Man gets more drones, and I don't like how Jameson's gonna save him. It's like he's down, like he's selling a move, like in wrestling when a guy gets hit by his finishing move. He's like, "Oh man, I'm hurt," and he needed Jameson to actually save him. That's bullshit, lazy story writing. Let's call it out for what it is. Because on the very next panel, look, he goes from getting saved to doing a drop kick right beneath there. All of a sudden, Spider-Man's okay to do some superhero kicking. Get out of here. You just wanted Jameson to save him. So he's going to tell Jameson, "Hey, okay, look, I'm working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Shield needed my help, and so I'm robbing this bank because so and so is in charge of everything. He gives him the explanation. Jameson says you're supposed to help me, and there's even like a little editor's note. Yes, that's true. Back in Spider-Man issue 13, this was happening. I'm like, yeah, I remember Spider-Man issue 13. Thanks for reminding me. It doesn't hurt to include that little editor's note to tell me what's going on. And Spider-Man book's the best at doing that. And then there's another one here that says if you read the Black Cat book, there is a editor's note for that too. This comic so far, it's already a win. The artwork is good. The story's wicked. Jameson leaves, and then when Spider-Man has no one to worry about or collateral damage, that page of him just whooping ass, thwip, takes the drones. He's Spider-Man. He can do what he does whatever a spider can, spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Like, hey there, he is the Spider-Man. I don't know the rest of the words still. The whole thing comes to a conclusion though. Everything that happened in the story concluded very nicely. I was so pleased because the placing bets, the story, Jameson reporting the news, all comes to a close because Spidey looks at his phone and Jameson posts an article that Spider-Man was not robbing a bank. He was working for S.H.I.E.L.D. and there's a reason for this. He was well intended. He had good purpose, good intentions, but Jameson effed the bag up because S.H.I.E.L.D. was outed. How dare you, Jameson? Like, you were trying to do the right thing, but it did not work out. You know what the cover is for the next comic book? This right over. Let me go to the page. This right over here. It looks like there's going to be some beef with Peter and Jameson. Jameson's trying to do him right, but it's not working out. That's such a Spider-Man problem to have, though, isn't it? This book is knocking it out of the park. The comedy is there. Him Triple H'ing that coffee because it didn't taste like his real coffee. That mocha Starbucks special, which are okay. I like the Frappuccino hazelnut. That tastes good. Beginning to end, man. If you like art, if you like continuity, if you like long-term mysteries, this book is doing everything for me, so I can't cancel it yet. But I'm looking to. Next tie-in, maybe, whenever they do that big Empire event. Unless that's an Amazing Spider-Man Empire event tie-in, maybe. Other than that, that is the video. Go follow me on Twitter, Chillmonger, with 2 R's. But I don't think that matters, because once you spell Chillmonger, I'll be there. You know what my smiley face looks like. If you are an artist yourself and you want to draw me a smiley face so that I don't have to use the Google image with the stars in the center of the sunglasses, draw one, tweet me, I'll use it. Thank you in advance.